Imagine a vast, sun-drenched plain millions of years ago. A creature the size of a small car, covered in a single massive shell, grazing peacefully. Now picture a moonlit forest floor today, a much smaller animal, wrapped in flexible bands of armor, sniffing for insects, curling into an impenetrable ball. This is the epic armor face-off, a contest between two brilliant defensive designs. On one side, the mighty Glyptodont, an ancient giant whose armor was its fortress. On the other, its modern-day relative, the Armadillo, a clever master of evasion and protection. More than a battle of brawn, evolution, adaptation, survival. Let us begin. Properly introducing our first contender, the Glyptodont. These were not dinosaurs, they were magnificent, giant mammals. Part of an ancient group called Xenothera, modern armadillos, sloths, anteaters. Glyptodonts flourished across South America for millions of years before some migrated into North America. Imagine a colossal, walking dome, a body encased in fused bony plates called osteoderms. Some grew as big as a Volkswagen Beetle, over a ton. Their story ended about 10,000 years ago at the last ice age, but their fossils still captivate us. In the other corner, the armadillo, little armored one. Small to medium mammals, living relatives of glyptodonts, still wear armor. About 20 armadillo species today, mostly Central and South America. 9-banded reach the southern United States. Unlike a single rigid shell armadillo armor, wise bony plates, covered by leathery skin arranged in bands for flexibility. That design lets them run dig, and the 3-banded can roll into a near-perfect sphere. Fundamental difference: scale and strategy. Glyptodont, an era of giant size as defense sheer bulk and impenetrable shell. A living tank, slow but incredibly sturdy, could withstand saber-toothed cat attacks. Specialist in passive defense, it would simply stand its ground or swing a mighty tail. The armadillo, on the other hand, is a generalist and a survivor, smaller, quicker, and far more adaptable. Its armor is part of a more complex survival toolkit. It can be used as a shield, while the armadillo flees into a thorny bush, or as a protective helmet, while it digs a burrow to escape danger. Rolling into a ball protects the soft underbelly from nimble predators. The armadillo's success lies in its versatility and adaptability, not just size. When we compare the Glyptodont and the armadillo, the most striking difference is, without a doubt, their size. The Glyptodont was a true titan of the Cenozoic era. The largest species, such as Digestion, could reach lengths of over 10 feet and stand nearly 5 feet tall at the top of its dome-shaped shell. Its weight was immense, often exceeding 2,000 kilograms, or over 2 tons. Short, stout legs and broad, powerful feet supported that mass. Every movement would have been slow, deliberate, and ground-shaking. Built not for speed, but for stability. An anchor of bone and flesh on ancient grasslands. In stark contrast, the armadillo is a creature of modest proportions. The 9-banded armadillo typically weighs between 5 and 17 pounds, about the size of a large house cat. Even the giant armadillo rarely exceeds 70 pounds. This smaller size grants the armadillo a world of possibilities. It can navigate dense undergrowth. It can squeeze into narrow crevices. It can dig rapidly to create underground shelters. Its body is low to the ground, allowing it to scurry with surprising speed, a far cry from the ponderous gait of its ancient cousin. The shape of their bodies tells a story of different lifestyles. Glyptodonts were built almost exclusively for defense. Their fused, dome-like carapace was integrated with the skeleton, creating a rigid, tank-like structure. That design gave maximum protection from above, but cost agility. They couldn't turn quickly or climb obstacles. They lived on open plains and sparse woodlands where size and posture were effective. Its form was a declaration: I am a fortress, and I will not be moved. The armor is the true star of this face-off, and here we see two brilliant but divergent evolutionary paths. The Glyptodont's armor was a masterpiece of heavy engineering. Its carapace was composed of more than 1,000 tightly fused bony plates, forming a single solid dome that was incredibly thick, resistant to puncture and resistant to crushing forces. This was not a flexible shield, but a rigid helmet for the entire body. For many Glyptodont species, this passive defense was enhanced by an active weapon, a formidable tail club. Some, like Doedicurus, had a massive spiked ball of bone at the end of their tail, which they could swing with surprising force to shatter the bones of an attacking predator. The armadillo's armor, while made of the same basic material, bony osteoderms, is designed for a completely different purpose: flexible protection. Instead of a single fused shell, the armadillo's carapace has several distinct sections. There are solid shields over the shoulders and hips, but the key feature is the series of bands around the midsection. These bands are connected by flexible skin, allowing the armadillo to bend, twist, and, most famously, roll up. When a three-banded armadillo curls into a ball, its head and tail shields interlock perfectly, sealing off its soft, vulnerable underbelly. This creates a living shield that is difficult for predators like coyotes or bobcats to grip or bite. What an animal eats is fundamentally linked to how it lives, and this holds true for our armored contenders. The Glyptodont was a dedicated herbivore, a grazer built to process large quantities of tough plant material. Its massive body required a huge amount of fuel. It spent most of its days slowly moving across grasslands and open woodlands, methodically cropping low-lying vegetation. Its teeth were a testament to this lifestyle. Glyptodonts had deep jaws, with continuously growing peg-like teeth perfect for grinding down fibrous grasses and abrasive plants. Their digestive systems were likely slow and efficient, designed to extract every last nutrient from their plant-based diet. The armadillo, on the other hand, is primarily an insectivore, though its diet can be quite varied. Most armadillo species are voracious diggers, using powerful front claws and long snouts to probe the soil for food. Insects, grubs, worms, ants. Some species will also eat small vertebrates, bird eggs, carrion, fruits, and other plant matter, making them opportunistic omnivores. Their teeth are small and simple, built for crunching insect exoskeletons rather than heavy grinding. The armadillo is always on the move, sniffing, digging, exploring, a busy, bustling creature, forever hunting hidden treasures beneath the soil. The places these animals called home were as different as their armor. The Glyptodont was a creature of wide-open spaces. It thrived on the expansive pampas of South America and on savannas that reached into North America during the faunal interchange. These habitats gave it vast quantities of grasses and low vegetation to eat. Its massive size and slow movement suited flat, open terrain, where it could spot predators from far off and ready its defense. It couldn't navigate dense forests or climb rocky hillsides. It was king of the plains, a living monument moving slowly across the land. To truly feel the difference between these two creatures, let's paint a small scene from their worlds. Picture a sunlit plain in South America, 20,000 years ago. A mother Glyptodont grazes quietly, her small, newly born calf staying close to her armored flank. Suddenly, the scent of danger. A pair of saber-toothed cats emerges. She angles her body, lets out a low rumble, then swings her heavy, clubbed tail from side to side, a warning of bone-shattering force. The predators retreat, leaving the armored fortress and her calf in peace. Now, fast forward to a warm evening in modern-day Texas. A young girl watches as a 9-banded armadillo appears, snout twitching, digging small conical holes for grubs. A neighbor's dog barks. The armadillo leaps straight up in surprise, then dashes for cover, armor slipping through thorns. The girl smiles at the small wild moment. These scenes, one of epic confrontation and one of quiet observation, reveal each animal's heart. The Glyptodont lived by unyielding strength and raw power. The armadillo thrives by senses, speed, digging, and fitting into the world we share. As we delve deeper, we uncover fascinating facts and a myth worth busting. Some species had specialized tail designs. Doedicurus's tail had unique vertebrae for powerful side-to-side swings, used against predators and in male contests for territory or mates like giraffe necking. 9-banded armadillos almost always give birth to 4 identical quadruplets, polyembryony, astonishingly rare in mammals. They can hold their breath up to 6 minutes, walk along stream bottoms, or gulp air to inflate and float, helping them cross rivers and expand their range. Myth: armadillos spread leprosy. They can carry the bacterium causing Hansen's disease, but human risk is very low. You'd typically need close handling or to eat infected meat. observe from a distance, and leave them be. So, who wins the epic armor face-off? For biggest, strongest, most impenetrable armor, the Glyptodont is the undisputed champion, a living fortress with a devastating tail. But for adaptability and evolutionary resilience, the crown goes to the Armadillo. Small, flexible, a master of the long game. Nature rarely picks a single winner. It offers a spectrum of solutions. Perhaps the real winner is armor itself, from giant shells in museums to the little armored one in your yard. If you enjoyed this, tap subscribe and join Memo's curious minds. Who won the armor war, and which two subjects should face off next? Tell me in the comments. Start small. Visit a local museum, watch a documentary, or spend a few quiet minutes observing your own backyard. Nature's wonders await. Until next time, stay curious.